Listen carefully, because nobody else is going to tell you the truth you're avoiding. You are over 60, and your muscles are disappearing faster than you realize. Every day you make the choice to ignore it, your body betrays you in ways you don't even notice until it's too late. That energy you once had, the strength to move freely, to play with your grandchildren, to climb stairs without thinking twice, is fading. Your metabolism is slowing down, your bones are weakening, and every step you take is becoming more of a struggle. Look in the mirror and be honest with yourself. You see the changes, even if you try to pretend you don't. Your body is shrinking, your arms and legs are losing definition, and your strength is leaving you bit by bit. It's a quiet process, almost invisible at first, but the effect is devastating. If you've been telling yourself it's normal, that this is just aging, you're lying to yourself. Normal is not destiny. You are today slower, less confident, more dependent on others, and frustrated at the life you thought you'd be living. But if you take the step today, you ignite a chain reaction that will carry you through your 60s, 70s, and beyond with strength, energy, and independence. The choice is yours. Right now, it's either a coffee that fuels decay or a coffee that sparks regeneration. The difference between a life of weakness and a life of strength is a single decision. One small, deliberate action can change everything. The clock is ticking. Your muscles won't wait. Your strength won't wait. And your life, your freedom, your confidence, your energy depends entirely on what you do next. Here's the ugly truth nobody tells you. After 60, your muscles start shrinking faster than you realize. And most people simply accept it as part of getting older. But let's be brutally honest. This is not inevitable. Muscle doesn't just disappear because you're over 60. It disappears because your habits, your lifestyle, and your inaction have allowed it to. Every hour spent sitting, every meal lacking sufficient protein, every excuse to skip movement, chips away at your strength. You might tell yourself it's normal, but normal is just the lowest common denominator. It's weakness disguised as acceptance. That wobble when you climb stairs, that extra time catching your breath, that difficulty picking up a heavy bag or holding your grandchild for more than a few minutes, that is your body sending a warning that it is losing muscle mass, its natural defense against gravity, aging, and injury. Ignoring it doesn't make it go away. Here's a reality check. The older you get, the harder it becomes to build muscle. But that doesn't mean it's impossible. In fact, your body is primed to respond if you know what to do. Science shows that muscle protein synthesis, the process that rebuilds and strengthens muscle, is still highly responsive well into your 60s, 70s, and beyond. The problem is that most people over 60 are doing everything wrong. They eat the same meals, skip strength movements, rely on gentle exercise, and wonder why their bodies feel weaker each year. They accept fatigue, soreness, and shrinking strength as unavoidable. It's not unavoidable, it's preventable. And the shocking truth is this: if you don't reverse course now, the rate of muscle loss is not slow, it's exponential. Each year, 1 to 2% of your muscle mass disappears. By the time you hit 70, you could have lost nearly a fifth of your muscle just from neglect. That affects more than just how you look in the mirror. Muscle is what keeps your metabolism running, your bones strong, your balance intact, and your body resistant to injury. Lose it, and your independence, your energy, your very quality of life is at risk. You're not just fighting weakness, you're fighting a silent thief that steals your confidence, your freedom, and the ability to live the life you deserve. The hardest part, you don't even feel the decline until it's advanced. It's subtle at first. A slightly heavier step, a little less energy to play, an extra pause before standing. And before you know it, strength that used to be automatic is gone. You may feel trapped, like you're paying the price for years of neglect. But here's the brutal truth. It's not too late. Not yet. Every single day presents a choice. You can continue down the path of quiet decay, letting muscles atrophy while excuses pile up, or you can take control. One small habit change, a strategic addition to your diet, a targeted movement routine, and the muscle loss can stop. In fact, it can reverse. The body is stubborn, yes, but it responds aggressively to proper signals. And when you start giving it what it needs, stimulating movement, high-quality protein, and strategic compounds, you can rebuild strength, fire up your metabolism, and regain energy you thought was lost forever. Most people never take this step because it's uncomfortable. Growth is uncomfort. Table. Strength is uncomfortable. Fatigue and muscle burn aren't signs of failure. They are proof that your body is responding. But here's the harsh reality. If you choose comfort, your muscles will shrink, your bones will weaken, and your independence will slip away without you noticing until it's too late. The choice is stark. Act now or pay later in weakness, dependency, and regret. It may sound dramatic, but the truth is dramatic, and ignoring it won't make it go away. Every day you wait, your body loses a little more of what makes you strong, capable, and free. This isn't about vanity. It's about survival, mobility, and the ability to live life on your terms. You can fight back, but you have to commit. You have to refuse to accept decline. You have to give your muscles the stimulation, nutrition, and care they need. No excuses, no delays. The clock is ticking, and muscle waits for no one. You can reverse the trend, starting today, but only if you act. Most people over 60 drink coffee and think it's just a morning ritual, a comfort, a habit. But the truth is your daily cup can either accelerate muscle loss or become the most powerful tool in your fight to reverse it. Yes, something as simple as coffee, a drink you already consume, can be transformed into a muscle-preserving, strength-building weapon. You're staring at it every morning, and yet, if you keep doing what everyone else does, you're letting it feed the decline instead of fight it. Here's the harsh reality. There's a naturally occurring compound, one you can add to your coffee, that spikes muscle protein synthesis, fires up metabolism, and ignites fat-burning hormones. It's a simple trigger, but it's so powerful that it can completely change the way your body responds to aging. Every sip becomes an opportunity. Every morning, while most people are sipping decay, you can be creating regeneration. Your muscles are capable of growth at any age, but only if they get the right signal. Coffee, when paired with a strategic addition, becomes that signal. It's not a gimmick, it's science. Muscle doesn't care about age. Muscle responds to stimulus. And if you give your body the right stimulus at the right time, even after 60, it can respond aggressively, rebuilding strength and energy that you thought were gone forever. This isn't theoretical, it's proven. People who understand the timing, the nutrition, and the compounds that trigger muscle regeneration see real results in weeks, not years. The harsh truth is that you've probably been drinking your coffee wrong all this time. You've been letting it slide down the drain wasted while your muscles silently atrophy. Every morning that passes is another day of lost opportunity. But it doesn't have to be that way. Just one small adjustment, one addition to your coffee ritual, and suddenly your muscles are being told, grow, rebuild, strengthen. Imagine this, a simple cup of coffee transforming into a morning ritual that literally fights aging. That same cup that might have fueled stress, jitteriness, or wasted calories now becomes a muscle-building, metabolism-boosting, energy-restoring elixir. And here's the reality that will hit hard. If you ignore this, your muscles continue to shrink, your metabolism continues to slow, and your strength continues to fade. 1 cup a day is all it takes, but you have to commit. You can't just sip it passively and expect results. This isn't magic, it's action, timing, and science. It's taking control of the one thing in your daily routine that most people waste and turning it into the foundation for strength, energy, and independence. It may feel almost too easy to believe that something so simple can be so effective. That's exactly what makes it powerful. Most people look for complicated solutions, long workouts, expensive supplements, endless routines, while ignoring the low-hanging fruit that can make the biggest difference. You have that fruit every morning. You have the chance to convert a mundane habit into a life-changing ritual. But there's no room for hesitation. Muscle doesn't wait. Every sip you delay is another step closer to weakness, another inch closer to the slow decline that traps millions of people over 60 in bodies that no longer serve them. This is your window. This is your leverage. You can choose to act now, to take control, and to turn a simple daily ritual into a powerhouse of regeneration. Or you can choose to ignore it, to keep sipping as usual, and watch the muscles, strength, and freedom you've taken for granted slip quietly away. One small compound, one simple habit, one deliberate decision, and your body can start reversing years of decline. Coffee isn't just coffee anymore. It's the signal that tells your body to fight back. It's the spark that wakes up muscles that thought they were lost. It's the bridge between weakness and strength, between decline and vitality, between giving up and taking control of your life after 60. And the best part, it's already in your hands, literally. Every morning, you have the opportunity to fuel regeneration. The choice is yours. Add it to your coffee and watch your muscles respond, or keep sipping like everyone else and keep losing strength. The truth is simple, harsh, and undeniable. Your body's waiting for the signal. Don't waste another day. Here's a truth most people refuse to face. If you're telling yourself, I'm too old for muscle growth, you are lying to yourself. That mindset is a silent killer, a trap that steals not just strength, but confidence, energy, and freedom. Age is not the barrier. Habits are. Denial is. Every excuse you cling to, I'm too tired, I don't have time, it's too late for me, is a brick in the wall that separates you from the body you could have. The harsh reality is that your muscles don't care about your calendar. They don't care about birthdays or the number of decades you've lived. They respond to stimulus, nutrition, and challenge. You can still rebuild, recover, and regain strength, but only if you refuse to accept weakness as your fate. Too many people over 60 think decline is normal. They see friends or neighbors struggling, and they quietly resign themselves to the same future. That resignation is a slow death. You may not feel it yet, but every skip step, every meal without proper protein, every moment of avoidance is accelerating decay. You're watching life happen around you while your body shrinks and weakens. That chair you reach for to stand up from the couch, that step you hesitate on, that's your body signaling a loss of independence. And here's the brutal, uncomfortable truth. It's your fault. Not because you're bad or lazy, but because you haven't acted decisively. You've accepted comfort over growth. You've let excuses override action. And if you continue, it only gets harder. Muscle responds more slowly, recovery takes longer, and the small gains that once came easily now require deliberate strategy. Ion is a thief that steals your strength quietly but relentlessly. The body doesn't wait for readiness. Muscle doesn't care about excuses. And the longer you delay, the more ground you lose. But here's the thing. Change doesn't require a complete life overhaul. You don't need hours in the gym or complicated routines. You need strategy, consistency, and the willingness to act despite discomfort. You need to give your muscles the signal that they are valued, that they are needed, and that they will be challenged and nourished. That signal can be as simple as the right addition to your coffee, the right protein intake, and targeted short resistance movements done consistently. It's not complicated, it's not overwhelming, but it is decisive. You cannot delay. You cannot hide behind, I'm too old or I'm too tired. Your age is irrelevant. Your body is ready to respond if you are ready to command it to. Every day you wait is a day closer to weakness, dependence, and regret. Every day you act is a day closer to strength, vitality, and independence. This is the moment where excuses end, where denial ends, where inaction ends. You either choose growth or you accept decline. And here's the final hard truth. The cost of inaction is far higher than the effort required to act. Pain, struggle, fatigue, and discipline are temporary. Weakness, loss, and dependence are permanent, unless you choose differently. Your muscles are waiting. Your metabolism is waiting. Your life is waiting. But they won't wait forever. The question is simple. Do you want to keep lying to yourself and lose? Or do you want to face the truth and fight back? Every day is a choice. The question is whether you are willing to make it. Protein isn't just another nutrient. For anyone over 60, it's the cornerstone of strength, energy, and independence. Yet most people ignore it, thinking a normal diet is enough. It isn't. Your body has become inefficient at using protein. Muscle protein synthesis slows down naturally with age, meaning your muscles no longer rebuild themselves as easily as they did in your 20s or 30s. Every meal without enough protein, every skipped opportunity to feed your muscles is a step closer to weakness. Here's a harsh reality. Your body will literally cannibalize itself if you don't give it the amino acids it needs. You may be eating enough calories, but without sufficient protein, your muscles shrink, your recovery slows, and your strength declines. That fatigue you feel, that creak in your joints, that wobble on the stairs, it's not just aging, it's malnutrition in slow motion. Most over 60 adults make the same mistake. They rely on carbs for energy, skim on protein, and assume their body will just make do. It won't. Your muscles don't negotiate. They respond only to what you give them, and they thrive on the right type, timing, and amount of protein. Here's the uncomfortable truth. You could be exercising consistently, doing everything right, and still lose muscle if you ignore nutrition. That's why protein isn't optional. It's non-negotiable, but it's not just about eating more. It's about strategy. The timing of protein, the quality, and pairing it with resistance activity or that coffee ritual can dramatically amplify results. Every 2 or 3 hours, feeding your muscles the right nutrients signals them to rebuild stronger. Miss those opportunities and your body breaks down instead. That's science. That's reality. You may have been told you're too old to gain muscle or your metabolism is slow, so it doesn't matter. That's a lie. Your body responds aggressively to stimulus when given the tools. Protein is one of those tools. Add it strategically and your muscles start growing even after years of decline. Skip it and you'll continue losing the very strength you need to live independently. The brutal truth is this. Most over 60 adults are slowly starving their muscles without realizing it. They're eating normal meals, feeling tired and wonder. Eating why their strength is fading. It's not mysterious. It's malnourishment. Your body doesn't rebuild itself for free. It needs building blocks. It needs protein. And when paired with resistance, movement, and even small additions like compounds in coffee, those building blocks trigger muscle growth that can reverse decades of decline. This is where most people fail. They either eat poorly, ignore resistance movements, or expect instant results. Muscle rebuilding is not instantaneous, but it is inevitable when the right signals are sent consistently. One high-quality protein meal can do more for your muscles than a week of cardio without it. That's the truth most people don't want to hear. But here's the empowering part. You can change it today. You don't have to overhaul. your life, spend hours in the gym, or buy expensive supplements. You can make small, consistent adjustments that create massive results over time. Feed your muscles, move your body, and watch your energy, strength, and confidence come back. Every choice matters. Every meal matters. Every sip of coffee paired with the right protein or compound matters. You can no longer afford to ignore it. Comfort is the enemy of growth, and weakness is the consequence of neglect. Protein is your ally. It's a literal fuel for strength. Without it, every step you take is against your own body. Every effort is undermined, and every day is spent fighting a decline you could have stopped. But with it, with strategic protein and deliberate action, your body becomes resilient, your metabolism accelerates, and your muscles rebuild stronger than before. The choice is stark. Ignore it, and your strength, independence, and energy will continue to fade. Embrace it, and you reclaim control over your body, your health, and your life. The clock is ticking, and your muscles won't wait. Every meal without protein is a missed opportunity. Every proper meal is a chance to fight back. Your body is capable, but it won't do the work for you. Feed it, challenge it, and it will respond. Stop ignoring it, stop making excuses, and start giving it what it needs. Strength is waiting. Energy is waiting. Independence is waiting. But only if you act.